Avengers. How can you possibly stop me? Show them what we got.
Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Welcome back to Games vs. Play and to our inaugural film review. We're going to be talking about Avengers, Age of Ultron, which we have literally just seen. To kick things off, Falk, what did you think of the film?
It was quite enjoyable overall. It was long, but it was full of action and excitement, and it certainly wasn't boring for any of the 2.5 odd hours that it ran, I felt. So
I didn't mind it. It didn't change my life. I still feel like who I was when I went into the film, but it wasn't total crap. And I guess that's a plus these days.
Personally, I'm a big fan of Joss Whedon, and we've watched a lot of his work, but he did Falcon myself. It was very, very enjoyable. It had all the key ingredients of what you'd expect going into a film about comic book heroes adapted for the screen.
I want to point out something else that I really enjoyed. I liked it that they introduced 2 new characters, and that they were of the mutant strain, even though we're not allowed to call them mutants in this particular section of the Marvel Universe, I think because of, again, the marketing machines of different film studios. But I thought they were both really good and added a more interesting mix to the previous lineup of the Avengers. So I thought both the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver were great additions.
Yeah, their accents didn't work as well though. I thought the Scarlet Witch, she kind of went from, hello, I'm from Transylvania, to sort of a kind of a French accent when she was being a bit more serious. And then when she was screaming, it was definitely American. I couldn't help but feel they could have workshopped that a bit more.
There were a few bits in the film where I was kind of a little bit disappointed. There was a few beats in the story that felt a bit forced.
Yeah.
Are we doing spoilers?
Yes.
Yep.
Spoiler alert.
Yep. So there's a big romantic angle between Natasha Romanoff, aka the Black Widow, and the Hulk, or Bruce Banner, really. So anytime she was playing after Bruce Banner and professing, quite openly professing her love for him, I was going, what's her angle?
Where'd that come
She's
from?
working him. So that I was constantly uncomfortable. I don't know if that was intentional. Perhaps it is intentional, and the end result of that, where Banner literally gets in a spaceship and flies off.
He's like, ah!
Because he's freaked out by her open display of affection.
There were some bits that were very strangely focused on. There was a lot of destruction and presumably therefore death going on throughout the movie.
But also killing. Hawkeye actively encourages Scarlet Witch to join the Avengers and go out and kill.
Go there and kill. Yeah.
And he actually uses the word.
Yeah.
That bothered me.
But when the good guys die, what's his name? Quicksilver. He gets shot up, and it looks like he's got pimples. It's a very sort of noble death, little sort of marks all over him. So that kind of annoys me too a bit. So a lot of the acting and the characterization actually wasn't that bad at all. I thought it was pretty good.
Hawkeye's character, really, you can actually connect to him. He's a lot more human. I don't know if he has a white picket fence house and a wife and 2 kids and another on the way. I don't think that's canon. But it does paint him as with a character with more dimensions than just a bow and arrow and a scowl. And he has better lines in this film as well.
I found it strange that they chose to alter the abilities of the Scarlet Witch compared to what they are usually represented as. It felt like they turned her into a bit of a Jean Grey clone by giving her telekinesis and telepathy, as opposed to her usual, less defined probability altering powers.
We are whinging though. It wasn't all that bad.
It was not. We are being ungrateful. The number of movies that are coming out that are actually good, that are worth watching, that you actually would go to the cinema to watch, are few and far between. And this has definitely been a film that we've enjoyed. Score time?
Yes, it is score time.
Martin.
You want me to go?
Yes.
I think I'll give it a 2.5, which out of 5 dice, which in my world it means it's still good, but like I said, it didn't change my life.
I would give it 3.5. I think overall I found it pretty enjoyable, but with some flaws that we've discussed.
I'd agree with Falk. My score would be 3.5 dice also, for those reasons. Even though we were ungrateful and criticized it to our heart's content, I think it was a very, very enjoyable watch. It's got everything that you could hope for.
Including superheroes.
Including superheroes, and not just one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's our ravey ranty review of Avengers Age of Ultron. Thanks for being patient and watching this far. Tune in next time. Who knows, we might be reviewing a game, a film, or perhaps a live action experience. And remember, this is Games vs. Play. If your game, we'll play.
We'll play.
Leave in this bit where we discuss whether it looks good or bad.
If it looks crap, it's my fault.